I should know this off by that now, shouldn't I?
You should really, yeah.
Keith's an international speaker, and when you listen to his accent, you'll see why. But no, we're really pleased to have Keith. We've had Keith speak at both Bridie and G-Run over the last week or so. I've seen Keith speak and present since about the mid-2000s on a variety of topics. I got Keith to speak at our Small Business Trade Expo on Friday, and the feedback that I got from his presentation was just superb. So much so that if you guys didn't go to the expo on Friday, the council who supported that with us now want us next year to do the event more than once. So we're actually going to do one here and one down at Redcliffe. They were so impressed with the thing, they wanted me to run this thing every 3 months. So I'm not going to happen. So we'll do it as part of Small Business Week. But
you're not doing anything else.
Hey?
You're not doing anything else.
No, I had lunch in coffee. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Keith Banfield. He's going to talk about how we're going to turn our website into a marketing machine. And this really follows on quite nicely from the presentation that Julie Mason gave last time we were together. So it does work in quite nicely. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Keith Banfield.
Thanks, Rob. Okay, so how many people, I've actually done a few talks here before. How many people have seen me speak before? Quite a few, excellent, that's fine. And I didn't want to do the same talk because obviously I knew some of you might be in here as well. So I wanted to talk today about marketing from a slightly different angle, which is about how you can use your website to make it into a marketing machine effectively. And one of the things I realised is that a lot of people have websites which all look pretty and they look great and they're great brochure sites, but what they don't do is generate an ongoing stream of leads. How many people would like an ongoing stream of leads that actually don't cost you very much to achieve? Okay, so websites are a great way to do that. The reason it's so good, of course, is because everyone goes to the internet now to find you. How many people go to Yellow Pages if they're looking for something? Yeah. Okay. How many people go to Google if you're looking for something? Okay, so Google wins hands down, or hands up. And what we need to do is to have our website so that it's generating leads for us. And so that's what we're going to show you how to do today. Now, one of the things that, of course, we've got as a challenge for us, if you like, is that so many websites are out there. And there's so much choice, and there's so many people out there. And I always remember, actually, I wanted to buy a professional video camera because I video a lot of the stuff I do. And I was going to spend a few $1,000s on this video camera, and I went to Google and I did a bit of research and I knew which one I wanted, so then it was just a case of finding someone to supply it. So then I Googled the actual model of the camera and up came a whole list of people that supplied it. So I phoned the first person, and the first person that I phoned didn't answer their phone. So I thought, oh, never mind, there's another one underneath them. So I phoned the one underneath them on Google, and they didn't answer their phone either. Well, I wanted it today, you know, when you want something, you can't wait, can you? So I thought, I'll phone the third person on the list on Google, and they did answer their phone, they put me through to someone, they answered all my questions, and I bought it. But what I had done, of course, is I had left some messages on the answer phones of the first two people. And later that day, the first one phones me back, and he's all excited, and he goes, "Oh, Keith, sorry I didn't get your call earlier. I've been out, but listen, I can do that camera for you." So I bought it. And you can hear this disappointment in his voice. So we've got so much choice. What we need to do is we need to have a system for generating the leads that doesn't just rely on someone coming to your website, having a look around and buying. Okay, so the way to do it is to use the 4T system. And the 4T system is really important because what a lot of people do is they don't use this at all. So let me go through what the 4 T's are. So the first T is all about traffic. It's all right having a website, but if no one's going to your website, then it's not going to do anything for you. So we need to generate traffic. We need to have people coming to your website to actually do some business with you. Now, the second thing that we need to do when someone comes to your website is don't sell to them. I know this sounds crazy, but you don't sell to them straight away, because if you sell to people straight away, then it's like they don't know you. There's no rapport there. There's no feeling that I can trust you. So instead, what we do is the second T is to treat them. And you treat them by giving them something really nice. Something you don't have to give, but you do give because you want to create that relationship. And what you also want to do is to show people that you know what you're talking about, or that your business knows what it's doing. And so the first thing you do is give. Give before you try and get. Really important strategy. The next one is to create trust. So by giving and by showing what you are all about, and by giving value before you try and sell, you will create trust. And remember, there's lots of choice out there. You can't just go... It's a bit like at a networking meeting. Have you ever been to networking meetings and someone has said to you, hi, my name's Keith. We do this and this and this and this. And here guys, I listed my prices. And it's almost like, I'm not interested in you, there's no trust, there's no rapport, and I'm just trying to sell to you. How does it make you feel? Who likes being sold to? How many people do that? So, what we need to do is create that trust first. And then when you've created the trust, you've treated them, and you've got the traffic, the final one obviously is to do the transaction. So let's break those down and let's take you through step by step how you can do that. So the first thing we want to do, of course, is to get more traffic. So how do we get more traffic? Well, one great idea that I like is using a very simple model, which is a QR code. I've actually put my business cards out, and everyone's in front of you. If you pick my business card up, you'll see on the back there's a QR code. How many people are actually using QR codes as part of your marketing strategy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A handful of you? Okay. How many people have never seen a QR code and think, what the hell's that? Okay, one person not seen it. And how many people have seen them but don't really know what they do? Okay, so you all know what they do. Essentially, they're like a barcode, and when you scan it with your smartphone, it will take you to a website, or a URL more specifically. And that URL, of course, could be a YouTube link, and so you can take someone to a video that can play.
It works.
It does work, yes. I thought, hey, that's my music from my web. So you scan it. If you want to scan it and you've not used these before, then there's a free app which you can get called iNigma, Enigma, N-I-G-N-M-A, Enigma. And so you can then scan this and it will take you, in my case, to a YouTube clip, but you can just as equally take you to the order page of your website, or it can take you to a brochure site, or it can take you somewhere else. But that's all very well, but of course, how do you get the QR code in the first place? Who knows how to get a QR code? Excellent, you know how to get a QR code. 3 know how to get a QR code. You'll all know in a second. How you get a QR code is you simply go to Google and you Google free QR code generator. Free QR code generator. And a whole load of sites will come up and say we can generate free QR codes for you. Yeah, that's too easy, isn't it? And then what you do is you put your URL that you want the code to link to, and it will then generate the code. It will look like that, and then all you do is print it on your business card, stationery, or whatever you want to put it onto. It's as easy as that. So, now what we can do is we can take people to our website. Remember, we're trying to get traffic, so we can now take them from brochures, from business cards, from all sorts of places, just by sticking a QR code on something. Now, what I would suggest you do then is to do that. The thing is, we want to take them to somewhere. So the next thing that we're going to do is, and that stands for quick response, by the way, for everyone. The other way we can do it is to advertise on the internet. Who's used pay-per-click before? Okay, a few of you have used pay-per-click. Who's not seen pay-per-click before? 1, 2, 3, all of you have ever seen pay-per-click before. And, okay, let me just give you a very quick explanation of what pay-per-click is. Pay-per-click is where you pay for adverts, but you only pay on results. That's the sort of ads we like, isn't it? You only pay on results. So what you can do is, and the three main places for pay-per-click are Google AdWords, Google, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And you'll probably see when you do pull up a Facebook page, for example, down the side it's got ads. And the ads are where people are advertising to you because they think you will be interested in what they have to offer by what you put onto your Facebook page. And if you are, and click on it, then they will pay them out. So here's an example of a Facebook ad that we did. And we were giving away a little booklet. So you remember I said treat them? We were treating them to a little booklet. I'll talk to you more about that in a second. And we were paying, and you can see that there, 52 cents per click. And we had a limit of $50 per day. So, I decided that I wanted this to appeal to small business owners, so I decided that anyone who put anything like that in their profile, I wanted them to see the ad. So, this is the ad that would appear next to those people's Facebook pages when they next look at them. If they look at it and they go, that looks interesting, I wonder what that's all about then. And the ad, as you can probably see there, says, if you're sick of wasting money on marketing, then you simply must read this free ebook. It contains 12 strategies to help you. That's all it says. If they go, I'd love that ebook, that would be really fantastic, then they click on it and it takes them through to our website. It cost me 52 cents per click, and we had, the most clicks we had in one day was 90 clicks in one day. So 90 clicks in one day. And the cost was less than $50, because obviously at 52 cents a click, but I know it's not going to run away with it because I put a $50 per day limit on it. I can change that, I can make it bigger, smaller, I'm in complete control. So if you haven't tried pay-per-click advertising, if you get it right, it can be very effective. But of course, where are you going to take them to? Well, this is the key part to it. I'll just show you one last thing before I show you how we can capture people's details. And that is another way to get traffic. So the third way to get traffic is by writing articles. There's two article sites, the main ones. First one is called e-zine articles, and the second one is called Go Articles. What you can do is you can write articles on your particular business, your industry, so you show yourself as an expert, and then at the bottom of the article you put a link to your website. And then people read the article, they say, hey, I would like to go to your website. Why would you like to go to your website? Because you're going to give them something. Because remember, you're going to treat them the second thing. So I've treated them with a little booklet. You could treat them with all sorts of things. It could be a video, it could be a booklet, it could be some audio. And by doing that, what you're doing is you're drawing them back to your website, and this is the second part of the strategy. So, when they come to your website, it's no good just going to a load of pretty pictures, because they'll have a look around and then they'll disappear. We need to capture their details so that we can build up a mailing list. I've got a friend in the UK, he's built up, by doing this strategy, 100,000 names on his mailing list, all opted in emails. How powerful is that, to be able to go to 100,000 names whenever you want to? I've got another guy in Perth, another friend, he's got 25,000 names that he's built up by doing the same strategy. So, this isn't quite the right way to do it, but this is what I did many years ago. It still did work, but I'll show you my modern one, so you can see. But essentially we've got here, download your free ebook, the 67 Secrets of Success, and then they can click on that, and when they do, it will pop up and it will say, can I have your first name, surname and email? They submit it, and notice here we've got a privacy policy, and the privacy policy is really important because you need to tell people I'm not going to spam you, sell your names, and you can unsubscribe at any time. And so what we're doing in the background is building up a list, but of course I'm more sophisticated now than this one then. So I'll show you the one we've done now. What we want to do is what's called a squeeze page. Who's heard of a squeeze page before? You've heard of squeeze pages? It's called a squeeze page because it squeezes someone into one particular action. If I give someone too many choices, they won't make a decision often. They become overwhelmed. I'll give you an example of that. I used to run some training courses, and I used to say to people, which is very silly of me, what would you like for lunch? And they couldn't make a decision. It's like, I don't know, whatever's going. And they couldn't decide. And I'd say, yeah, but what would you like? They couldn't tell me what they would like because there's too much choice. So I put a little menu together in the end, and I gave them 3 or 4 choices, and that was much easier because they said, I'll have that please. So imagine if you gave someone a menu and there's only one item on it. How easy would it be for them to choose that? That's what a squeeze page does. So your normal website is a menu that's full of loads of stuff. And people can look here, go here, click there, do this. But they may go and click and look around, but then disappear. In fact, statistics show that that's what most people will do. But you don't even know who they are. So, the squeeze page. Here's the current squeeze page. I have already apologised to Dan for capturing him with his eyes closed, but it was just unfortunate that you blinked just the moment I did that screen capture. So this is a squeeze page. So, it says, want to make more profit? Let's show you how. Here's an easy-to-use program that will help you send your profit through the roof without wasting money. It takes just 5 minutes to learn, but we're also providing you with a video that explains step-by-step how to use it. So we're giving people a piece of software that shows them where they may be losing profit in their business. How many people would find that useful? If you had to pay for it even, it's free. A piece of software that analyses where you are losing profit in your business. And just in case you don't know how to use it, I've given you a free video as well that shows you step by step how to use it. How much is that worth? I'm not charging a single cent for it. In fact, all of you, if you want to, because I am keen to build my list up, all of you, if you want to, can go to this site, which is www.profitmechanics.net, and you're welcome to have that software and the video, and it shows you how to make more profit in your business. So, we've given something quite valuable that people would really love, and so they then put their details in. And you notice I'm only asking for 2 details, their name and their email, and then click up to sign up. And we've also put a video that actually explains what it's all about. So, I've given text to explain it, I've given video to explain it, I've made it very simple, and that's all you can do on that page. You can take it or leave it, basically. I'm saying, here's what I'm going to treat you to. Would you like it or not? And if you say not, then thanks, bye. And if you say, yes, I would really like that, then you put your details in and then it will deliver it to you. And once it delivers it to you, obviously I don't want to lose you then as a potential customer, but I'm not going to sell to you just yet. So the next stage, once you've captured someone's details, is to start building that trust and that relationship. So the video is only part 1, and the software. What I'm then going to do is to start to keep in touch with you over a period of time and keep giving you more and more great stuff. But the thing is, when you want to give something to someone, you don't want to have to do that manually. I'll tell you how to do it in a second. So let's look at first of all what you're going to give away as your gift. These are some of the gifts we've given away. So you saw those. There's the 67 Secrets to Success. We've got the profit analysis, the software and video. We've got the ebook. What would you give away if you were giving something? And I saw you're videoing this, and you probably videoed loads of other stuff. I've seen people go around exhibitions and trade shows and video people that have got the very latest stuff coming on the market, and they've done a little interview with them, and then they've used that on their website as a free giveaway. They've said, the very latest whatever they're selling, see this, it's just been launched in this country. If you'd like a video interview that I did with the producers, then click here. And they've used that as their hook. So you can create content very easily, very, very easily, and you can get little cameras now that produce high definition video. It's very, very easy, cheap to create content and to create value for your customers. How many people have actually got something that they could give away, which doesn't cost them anything to give away, something like a booklet or anyone got something? Here's a great idea for a booklet. We've used this a lot of times. So, let's take someone's industry. You're in lawyer? You're in law, are you? Okay. So I can say to you, what should I buy from you as a lawyer? Loads of lawyers around. I only have to go through Google. I can pick up stacks and stacks of lawyers, and they're probably all going to tell me the same thing. Why should I buy from you?
Because we're unique and we're privately
Yeah? And how does that help me?
We have to advertise overheads of corporate companies have.
Okay. I still don't see how that helps me. I can see that you don't have any overheads, so that's good for you. So you make more profit off me then. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I just want to show you how you can utilise what you're saying. You see, it's all about building that trust, and what I would like you to be able to say to me is, give me 7 reasons why I should buy from you. But here's a great thing that you can do, and you can turn it into a booklet. See, I've done there 12 costly mistakes small business owners make. You could do a little booklet, 12 little known secrets that lawyers don't want you to know. I did one for Resi Mortgage, and I did a big consulting program for Resi Mortgage, and we did one called, I think it was the 21 mortgage secrets that mortgage companies don't want you to know, something like that. And we created a booklet. And when they put the booklet out there, guess what the booklet did? It positioned all of the things in the market that other people wouldn't normally tell you. It's sort of what only the industry knows. And they kind of spilt the beans. So how do they fare in the minds of their audience? The audience are going to be thinking, you're really honest, fancy you telling me all this. And they also positioned what made them different and why you should buy from them. And that little booklet served those 2 purposes. And you notice the title of it is very provocative. It makes you want to go, what is it then? And that's what they gave out. And they did it both as a PDF type booklet, and they also did it as a hard, beautifully produced, solid booklet that they used to give out to potential customers. I can tell you that when they did that exercise, and they combined it with adverts and all sorts of things, they had more links than they can handle at one time. So, if you want to give out something, it doesn't cost anything to produce, it's very, very easy. All you need to do is simply create a little booklet and create a provocative title, but at the same time that positions why someone should buy from you. And that's the key. So it's all about creating that trust. Now, what I wanted to do next is to show you, so I've got my slides here. If you don't know someone that can do it, you can go to, there's places like Elance. I don't know if anyone's used Elance, where there's like a huge list of contractors all around the world, and you can just type in there that you're looking for someone to create a booklet or an ebook, and people will then bid for the work, and then you can hire them if you want to use something like that. So Elance might be helpful to you. And if you're doing a PDF, here's a great piece of software that I love using. It's absolutely free. It's called Primo PDF, and Primo PDF allows you to create something in Word, in whatever package you like, and then just zip it up into a PDF. And it's free of charge. Here's another great piece of software that I've found. It's called Easy Thumbs. Does anyone actually, you know when you take your digital camera, and when you take your digital camera, the pictures on it are huge, aren't they? And they're getting bigger and bigger as they're like 12, 14 megapixels, and you think, why do they need to be so big? I'm not going to make it into an A2 poster or something. And then what some people do is they take that picture that's A2 size and they go and send it on Facebook or email it to someone, and it gurgles through the system and takes forever to email. And what we really want is 2 types of pictures. We want some that we can keep, because just in case we want to print them out big, and we want some that are nice and small that we can email. And this is a brilliant piece of software, and it's free again, absolutely free. And what you can do is you can just grab all of the pictures off of your camera, you can drop them into this software, and you can tell it in advance how big you want them to come out. So I normally have them about 70k in size, which fills the screen. And then they're great for Facebook, they're great for emailing, they're great for putting on your website, they're great for so many things. And if you wanted to rotate them all by 90 degrees, or sharpen them all up, or brighten or contrast, it'll do it all as a massive batch. You can just say, do the same for every single one of them, and it'll work through the whole batch and do them all. And you don't lose your originals, but you get to keep these as well as an addition. So you've got the small ones and your big ones. So I use this as well. It's a great piece of software, very, very useful. Okay, now, remember I said to you that when we've got someone's details, we need to continue building that relationship. And one way to continue building that relationship is with a package called Aweber. So Aweber sits in the background. So you know when someone goes into your squeeze page and you put your email and put your name into here, well, it's got to go somewhere. And it needs to go into some sort of database. And the database that will hold that information is in Aweber. And so imagine that you've got people coming in from your pay-per-click, from your articles, from your QR codes, from all sorts of sources. I want another one, by the way, is to put it at the bottom of your emails. How many people do that? At the bottom of your emails, in your signature file, you say, if you'd like to be able to do this and this and this, go here. Or for a free booklet, there's 67 secrets of success, click here. You can do that for free. Bottom of your email, you can put in your signature panel, and so you take them to your website where you capture their details, that's your traffic, then you give them something, which is your booklet, your video, whatever you're going to give, that's free, and that treats them. And then the third T is you start to create trust, and here's where we're creating the trust, because what we're going to program into Aweber is a sequence of emails, and you do it once, and then you can set and forget it. And supposing you wanted to follow up with your customers, let's say every week, and you just wanted to give them a bit of advice or something useful every week, to sit and remember to do emails to them every single week would be a bit of a pain, wouldn't it? You haven't got to. You can pre-program all the emails right at once as a complete sequence, and then Aweber will take the name and it will mail merge it with the message, and it will send it out on the pre-given intervals that you've set in. So it means you can now follow up with your customers on a regular basis, and you can keep in touch with them, and you can keep giving them things, and you can keep showing that you're an expert in whatever it is. So for example, I'm sorry I've forgotten your names, but I do remember you were the power tools steel.
Yeah.
And steel tools are really good, aren't they? And there's loads of cheap ones on the market that are probably competitors. And I know that to my cost, because I'll just tell you this, you'll appreciate this. I came over from the UK, and when I was in the UK, I didn't have very much land. And so everything I had was just like plug-in electric lawnmowers and fly mowers and stuff like that. I come over here, and of course now I need petrol-based lawnmowers. And so I went into Bunnings, and I bought, I can't even remember the brand now, but I remember it's bright yellow. The salesman sold it to me. It was bright yellow, this lawnmower, and it was the worst piece of crap you could ever buy. Because I'd sit there and I'd go to start it and it would not start. And I'd work and work trying to start this thing, and eventually it'd go and it'd splutter into action. I'd get halfway through my lawn and then it'd give up. And I'd taken this back, I've got another one, I'd take it back, I've got another one. So in the end I just had enough and I had to swap it for something else. The thing is, they didn't educate me as to where the value is and why I should have bought something like steel. I know now that that's a great brand and it's reliable and it lasts for years, and I know that now. But no one educates you and tells you. They assume everyone knows. So I can see how that could be great for you to be able to do a contrast or to do a comparison test or to show people what makes that so great and why they should come to you in the first place. And what you can do with Aweber is you can send lots of emails out that really help people to understand that message. Now, Aweber does cost a bit of money. It's not very much, about $40 per quarter. And so there is another one which you can get, which is free, and it's called MailChimp. And does anyone use MailChimp already? Build a list? Okay. Well, there's some marketers here, aren't there? They're all the same people putting their hands up. If you haven't used MailChimp already, definitely go and get MailChimp, it's free. And with MailChimp, you can do pretty much the same thing. You can keep your database, you can keep in touch with them, you can set up the autoresponder sequences, it's called.